Dear parents, today I'm Ms. Sonam. I'm here to give you an update on our e-learning 2.0 journey. Before I begin the update, let me thank all our students and parents for their faith and support that is bestowed upon us in the week 1 journey. We are glad to know that our students are enjoying learning and have quickly adapted to what is called the new normal. I would like to also thank the parents who've encouraged and supported us at all times and have ensured that they give us timely feedback. Let me begin with the update for week 2. We are happy to inform you that parent queries received on email and Miley have reduced around 75 to 80 queries on day 1 to now 10 to 15 queries on day 5. We are hoping that this will reduce considerably in the coming week. As per our plan for week 2, students are now going to be divided in 2 groups for the core Cambridge subjects. Parents will know about their child's group via Miley. This grouping will help teachers to provide individual attention to students and also will help in reducing the screen time. Now, let us see how each class will function in week 2. We shall now have 2 classrooms, online classroom and an offline classroom. As you are all aware that each of our class is for a 1.5 hour session, and now this 1.5 hour session will be divided into 4 parts. Step 1. The first 5 minutes of the subject. During this time, all the students of Group 1 and Group 2 will assemble in the online classroom and take instructions from the teacher on what is expected for the day. Step 2. Next 35 minutes into the classroom. The Group 1 will be in the online classroom, whereas the Group 2 will be in offline classroom. Step 3. Online classroom method for Group 1. Live teaching by the teacher. Concepts will be thoroughly drilled and practice work given by the teacher will be well explained. And hence, the Group 1 screen time will now be 35 minutes. At the same time, in the offline classroom, the Group 2 students will be engaged in watching recorded videos made by the teacher which shall not be more than 8 to 10 minutes. For the rest of the time, they will be engaged in doing practice work given by the teacher. This will ensure the screen time for Group 2 will now be for 10 minutes. Step 4. The next 35 minutes into the class. Students of Group 1 and 2 will now interchange their classroom. And Group 2 will now be in the online classroom, whereas the Group 1 will now be in the offline classroom. Step 5. Online classroom method for Group 2. Teacher will conduct a plenary to check for the understanding of concepts learned through the recorded videos. She will solve doubts if any. And the students will then be engaged in practicing higher order thinking skills questions. And so, the Group 2 screen time will now be for 35 minutes. At the same time, in the offline classroom, Group 1 students will practice work that needs to be completed given by the teacher. In case of a doubt, recorded video made by the teacher will be available for reference, which shall not be more than 8 to 10 minutes. And therefore, the Group 1 screen time is now 10 minutes. last 15 minutes, all students of Group 1 and 2 will join the online classroom. Students will ask for doubts, if any, and then take the picture of their work and post it in the digital class notebook. Total screen time analysis. For Group 1, the screen time will be Part 1, 35 minutes for the online classroom, and Part 2, 10 minutes in the offline classroom, which is making a total of 45 minutes of screen time. Group 2, the screen time will be Part 1, 10 minutes of the offline classroom, and Part 2, 35 minutes of the online classroom, making the screen time to 45 minutes. Now let us see the screen time analysis for the non-core Cambridge subjects. Groups will not be formed for the non-core Cambridge subjects. Teacher will follow the same method of lecture as explained before. For the first 5 minutes, students will all join the online classroom. They'll be given instructions by the teacher. In the next 35 minutes into the classroom, teacher will teach students live, and the students will be involved in solving practice sheet. At this time, all students will be in the online classroom. In the next 35 minutes, all students will move to the offline classroom, where practice work that is given by the teacher has to be completed by the students, and recorded videos will be provided for reference. In the last 15 minutes of the lesson, students will join the online classrooms again, ask if there is any doubt, and paste their work in the digital class notebook. The screen time, therefore, is 45 minutes. Activity screen time analysis. Parents could project the live Zoom class by casting their phones, tabs, laptop screen on the smart TV to avoid close contact of the screen. Activities include art and craft, fitness, dance, music, which will break the monotony of study. These activities will help students to be physically fit, be mindful, help in relaxation, and enhance the child's mental well-being. Total screen time per day. For subject 1, it will be 45 minutes. For subject 2, 45 minutes. Activity 1 hour, which totals to 2.5 hours per day. We have managed the screen time as legislated by the government as of now. This will reduce gradually as the week go by. Attendance of the students will now depend on the work submitted by the student during the given class. In case, due to connectivity issue, if the student is unable to join a session but is able to complete the work given for the day, the teacher shall mark the student present. Hence, the attendance will now reflect in the evening on Miley. We are also beginning our evening session for students who have contacted us this week. In the end, on behalf of the management, principal, teachers, staff members, I would like to thank each one of you for believing in us and supporting us at all times. To conclude, I would like to quote that education is a journey of 1,000 miles that begin with a single step. Please join us in making your child's learning journey a successful one. I take your leave as of now and see you next Saturday with e-learning 2.0 update 3.